So the first card you have for your past is the Star. So what I'm seeing here is that you realize something, you just saw something was revealed to you suddenly, and you had this idea in your head that something wasn't quite right. Someone wasn't being totally honest with you. There was a strange situation. It was like you had a gut feeling about it, but you didn't actually know all the facts, or you weren't sure whether they were being dishonest or not, or what was going on. And yes, you just didn't know who to trust, or it's a situation I'm seeing with a few people in it, and you weren't sure who was being honest, who wasn't, what was actually going on. And at this time, things were suddenly revealed to you with this Star card. So suddenly it all came to light and you realized what was going on. And your instincts turned out to be right. There was one of these people who you couldn't trust, and they weren't telling you the truth, or something like that. So yes, it's about something people were saying and somebody wasn't telling you the truth. So maybe they were saying things to you but leaving things out and making things seem really mysterious and strange, and you didn't know where you were. But then you found out what was going on and who was doing whatever they were doing. So yes, the next card you have for your past is the Three of Pentacles. So again, this is about this situation in the Star, and there are three people here, and you're forced together with these two other people, you and two other people. And this could be a workplace situation here, but you weren't sure which of these two people were telling the truth. So it's like one person saying one thing and the other one saying another thing, and they both can't be correct if they're contradicting each other. So one has to be not telling the truth. And you realized who that was and what was going on at this time. Yes, it just came to light. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have your past is the Eight of Pentacles. Sorry. Yeah, so you have a lot of pentacles here in this reading. I'm just looking at this and seeing there's just a smattering of pentacles all through. Not that many, they're just standing out to me. The pentacles are standing out. So there's money on your mind. Your thoughts are about money at this time, even though there are only a few pentacle cards, 4 or 5, 4 of them, but they're standing out to me. The pentacles are really standing out to me in this reading. So there's money around you, or you're thinking about money. And the other thing I'm seeing with this card, with this Eight of Pentacles, is there was a very, very old friend of yours, or an old family member. It could be a friend of the family. And you've been in contact with them after a long, long time. And you've known this person since you were a child, but you've been out of contact with them for a short time, or not a short time, might be a few years or something like that. And, you just drifted apart for some reason. You didn't have a fight or anything. But I'm just seeing that now, you've come into contact with them again, you're catching up with this person, but there's something you weren't telling them about your life. And there might be a good reason for this, but I'm seeing that maybe they asked you a question and you found it a bit difficult to answer, so it's something like that. But yes, you're building bridges with this person. You're kind of building your relationship up again with this person because you haven't seen them, or you hadn't seen them for a long time. Yes, so the first card you have your present is the King of Pentacles. So with this, I'm just seeing that you're feeling quite content actually at this time. And you've actually been through a really difficult year, and this is a difficult financial year. And maybe it's even a couple of really difficult years you've had. But things settled down, and you're feeling a lot better about money at this time. And I'm also seeing that for single people, people who are looking for a relationship, you're actually feeling quite stable emotionally, and you've come through a difficult time, maybe a difficult year as well yourself, and you've had a lot of problems and upheaval and changes, lots and lots of big changes, and now you're kind of a lot more settled. And you're ready to find someone new, but you're also very clear about the type of person you're looking for. So you're looking for someone who's been through a lot like you actually, not that they've been through terrible things, but what I mean by that is you're looking for someone who's matured emotionally. So they might have been through things, they might have learned a few things. And you want someone to meet you where you are. You're looking for a match for you, and someone intellectually up to where you are as well. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have your present is the Hermit. So yes, with this card, I'm not seeing you wanting to be completely alone, but you do want to do things your own way or on your own terms or something like that, or in your own terms, I should say. So yes, you're quite strong and you know where you want to go, you know what you want to do. But this has come up because there's someone around you who is asking you questions. So this could be a family member. So maybe when you reunited with this old family friend, maybe this family member was there as well, or maybe they were nearby. It's something like that. And they're asking you questions about what you've been doing, why, and everything like that. And maybe they asked some questions that are a bit intrusive or a bit prodding, a bit difficult, and you didn't want to answer these questions. So I'm seeing that coming up again. That came up with the Eight of Pentacles, and it's coming up here that people might be asking you things and you don't want to answer them. Maybe you think it's none of their business. It's something like that. And you're right to only talk to this person about things you feel comfortable about telling them. No, they're not a bad person. I'm seeing they're actually a good person, but they like to know a lot about other people's business generally too, and I think you know that, so you don't want to kind of reveal a lot of things that have been going on. And the other thing I'm seeing is that for people in a relationship, you could be I'm just seeing that you're a little bit obsessive about something, not about the other person, but about a subject. And maybe, you're going on and on and on about this thing. You're really interested in this thing. And maybe you're just over interested in it and you're just talking about it on and on and on. And it might be a little bit much for this person you're with. That's what I'm seeing. So maybe just take a small step back and think about, whatever this thing is that you're really fascinated with. Yes, so the last card you have your present is the Four of Cups. So yes, this is about this person asking you questions again in the Hermit card. And they're also offering you unwanted advice as well. So they're asking you lots of intrusive questions and they're telling you what you should do. So yes, I can see why you don't want to talk to them much. But they're not a bad person. But what I'm seeing is that maybe I'm laughing because I'm seeing that maybe you're just nodding your head and saying, oh, yes, 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 but you're not really listening to them properly. You're just sitting there saying, oh, yes, really, but you're not actually listening. But also I'm just seeing that, you might not want to hear what they're saying now, and I can see why. I can see why you don't. But maybe in your more distant future, you'll look back on this time and you'll think about this again, because some of the things they're saying are actually good for you to hear. So don't dismiss everything this person says. You probably will at this time. You won't listen to what I'm saying, but you will look back and you'll think, actually, maybe this person was saying a few things that are actually quite sensible. That's what I'm seeing. But you're not going to see it at this time. You're just going to see this annoying person who wants to ask you annoying questions. So yes, for your future, the first card you have is the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm just seeing that, yeah, I'm seeing this person again who is telling you something, but you wanted to just dismiss this person. And you see this person as being quite conservative, and maybe you're on a completely different track from them. They're a bit old-fashioned, and yes, this is probably an older family member I'm seeing here, and they're trying to give you some wise advice and, ask you things. And there is some wisdom in what they're saying, definitely, and you're going to be learning a few things from them, even though you don't want to. That's what I'm seeing. You might be forced to listen to what they have to say. And they're trying to talk to you about relationships as well as money. I'm seeing two things they're trying to talk to you about. So, you don't want to hear some of these things, but again, you should at least listen to some of this. Don't dismiss it completely. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Just don't completely dismiss them. They do have some wise information to tell you. But again, you might just do this anyway, and you might not realize this until later on. So the next card you have in future is the Fool. So yes, this is how this older person sees you, this person you don't want to listen to. They see you as the Fool. They see you as a bit impulsive and a bit reckless, but you're following your own path, and it's very different from the last one you were on. You're completely on a different path now than where you were even a year ago, 2 years ago. You're on a completely different path now, and this person sees you as how you were. The other thing I'm seeing is that you could be planning to go away somewhere early next year. That's what I'm seeing. So you could be, wanting to escape from the normal working life that you've been on, the treadmill you've been on. You're just going to plan to go away somewhere. So the last card you have in your future is Strength. So yes, this person who you weren't listening to is actually right. Not in everything, they're not right in everything, but there are some things they're right about. There are some things, and you do need to try and listen to something, at least some of what they're saying. Listen to at least some of it. And I'm also seeing that for people in relationships, you're going to be feeling a bit secure at this time. You're going to be feeling a lot securer than you were. You have very strong foundations under this relationship, and maybe this person who's giving you relationship advice doesn't see that. They don't think that you're really going to stick with this person. But I think you are. I think you're very strong in this relationship. The other thing I'm seeing is just be a little bit careful. This is about this relationship as well. That you're in. This person might try to test you in some way. So they might try to test your loyalty. They might try to test whether you're able to step up to doing something for them, something like that. So just watch out for that. I'm not sure what this is. That's just what I'm seeing there. So Libra, I hope this resonated. But again, these are general readings. They won't always resonate with everyone, as I always say. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to, only if you'd like to. And yes, thank you so much for watching.